Water, the true staff of life. This water is fed from an underground spring to a water ram pump that uses no gas, diesel, electricity or steam, and therefore has a low carbon footprint. It's a Billabong hydraulic ram, and it's been in existence and manufactured in Australia since 1855. Many hundreds of these extremely reliable pumps have been sold around Australia and in Papua New Guinea and other Pacific islands. These water rams use water to deliver water and are pollution-free. Furthermore, they're considered as a truly green product. They're renowned for their reliability and longevity. By way of illustration, last year Mysol received a call from a customer from the Albury-Wodonga, Victoria area inquiring about spare parts for his Billabong water ram number 6, installed by his father in 1948. In another example, a customer brought in approximately an 80-year-old Billabong water ram number 6 with intention to purchase a new unit to replace his identical unit showing substantial rust. He's left his old unit with us as a gift. Mysol has undertaken refurbishment work of the unit, including gun blasting of the base and dome, and repainted the unit. The end result is a fully refurbished functioning unit, capable of performing for another 80 years. From the appearance point of view, one would not be able to determine which unit is the new unit and which is the refurbished unit. There are 6 different sizes to suit a variety of applications. These self-lubricating and low-maintenance pumps give long-lasting service and are the nearest thing to perpetual motion. Billabong hydraulic ram pumps have 0 operating costs. If you have a spring or creek on your property, you can harness your own hydraulic power to pump water using only water. They can lift water 200 feet or 61 metres if you have a fall or head of water to produce the required kinetic energy, or power in layman's language, to operate the Billabong water ram. Generally, the rams operate on a principle where water under fall conditions from the source of supply is supplied down the drive pipe to the ram and running to waste through the impetus valve until the increasing velocity lifts this valve and closes it. The moving column of water is then directed upwards through the air chamber valve and compresses the air in the dome until its pressure is greater than that of the water in the drive pipe. The air chamber valve then closes, and the expansion of air in the chamber forces the water up the delivery pipe, usually to a water tank. Simultaneously, the impetus valve is released, the dome pressure drops, and the process repeats itself. This goes on 365 days a year, night and day, with no effort on the user's part other than occasional maintenance. We've found over the years that the most detrimental effect on the satisfactory Billabong ram operation is the insufficient filtration of the water supplied to the ram, allowing debris to enter the ram inner system, thus preventing either of the 2 valves to function correctly. Billabong hydraulic ram pumps are world-renowned and field-proven for their superior quality, high reliability and affordability by satisfied customers. They're one of the oldest ram pumps in the world, still being manufactured today. One such customer is the Pyrenees Shire Council in central Victoria, Australia. Due to high water supply demand, in 1983 they installed a number 7 Billabong water ram because of drought conditions to replace a Billabong pump number 6 which had been operating since 1954. An underground spring is discharging a water volume between large boulders halfway up the hill. The underground water is collected in a small concrete reservoir just below the location where water is flowing out from the ground. The concrete reservoir has on its top 2 dates engraved, stating the date of the first original installation of number 6, 1954, as well as the installation date of the current Billabong water ram number 7, 1983. The unit works non-stop 24/7 for 365 days a year, practically for the last 60 years. This free source provides clean water for household drinking, stock water, road construction, crop spraying and firefighting. The Billabong ram installation is considered as a community project for the local farming community, and the Pyrenees Shire Council provides this service on a free basis all year round.
The history of the pump, I suppose, goes back to about 1982 when we had very dry conditions and not many people here could get water, so We approached the Shire and suggested they put some sort of installation in here, and instead of a sump they put a pump in. There was a toss-up between an electric running the power here, which would have been quite costly, and putting one of these in, which we'd used in the 1950s and 60s. A lot smaller one there, which is still there, just next to the current one. So this one I think is a number 7. It's a hydraulic ram, and it works on gravity, and involves the long pipe there, which is a drive pipe. The water comes down the drive pipe, uses the gravitational pressure to push it out. There's an impetus valve there. The water rushes out the impetus valve, as you can see operating behind me there, and then such is the flow of the water, it just causes the valve to jam shut, and then gravity takes over and the valve drops again and the system repeats itself. The big bell there, you can see it's full of air. That shouldn't have any, or should have marginal amount of water in it, so it's mainly air there. And there's a little flat rubber valve on the bottom of that bell, and that's just a non-return valve, so the water comes in and it can't get back down. So it pumps about 1/24th, I think, so it wastes a fair bit of water, so the rest of it goes down the stream, and it pushes about 1/24th, I think, up the drive pipe, or up the delivery pipe to the tank. And it does seem to work better with a fair bit of back pressure, and it'll actually push the water quite a long way. We've diverted it a little bit there, and we take a little bit off that delivery to the tank that's up on the hill there, and it's pushing it probably over 1 kilometre up to a high tank. So there's quite a lot of head involved there, and it will push. So it's a pretty good system. And the district is wrapped because they've got excellent quality water, and they can use it for household use and firefighting in particular. It's very handy for that. It's a quick fill system for firefighters, and I think a lot of the farmers use it for spraying as well. So no, we're pretty pleased with it.
Meisel Technologies has a number of testimonials from satisfied clients. Trevor Thompson, work supervisor for that council, wrote, "Meisel Technologies has supplied parts for our water ram over recent years. Just one phone call to Meisel and the part is in the post that day. After years of use, we've had very little problem with our water ram and would highly recommend the Billabong water ram to any business looking for this type of pumping system." Dr. William Sweetapple writes, "I have known and done business with Meisel Technologies since 1996. They've supported, serviced and supplied parts for a pump on our property at Robertson in New South Wales. The ram pump in question was probably installed in 1904 when the property was established and has operated ever since. I would recommend Meisel Technologies as a good company to do business with." Philip Clay from Blue Ridge Inn says, "The ram continues to perform well beyond our expectations. Almost too good to be true, we often think. It was a very difficult site to deal with, and the fact that I was able to install and commission the pump myself is testament to both the technical material and generous assistance Meisel provided. For your pumping needs, call Meisel Technologies today on 03 9876 5222 Australia or 613 9876 5222 internationally. Or contact us by email at meiseltech@bigpond.com.